Hey Scorpio. So you almost got cheated out of a reading, Scorpio. If you have not already, here goes my voice. There's something going on with communication, Scorpio, when it comes to you. This happened to me in the last reading as well, pretty early on. And that reading, the last one I did, was supposed to be for you. So I definitely would encourage you to watch that reading. If you feel guided, there are two parts. The first part is the channeled. The second part is the reading. Either one could resonate with you. I don't really know. I'm not, at liberty to really say. So what happened there, as I said, part of that is for you, was for you, and I'll reiterate some of it now. I had planned on doing Taurus, and then I got redirected to do Scorpio instead, and I explained that all in the last reading. It's a collective reading. I decided to make it a collective because, which is interesting now that I think about it, because, hold on, gotta stretch a little bit. I was thinking of it in terms of like you getting buried underneath all this other energy, that's why I decided to make it collective, because it felt like there were so many other energies coming in, like Pisces, for example, stuck out. But I just got this feeling of being crowded, I guess, by other energies. And not only that, but like confused of energies, right? And I don't know Scorpios well enough to know. I know you're a fixed sign, so I would think maybe this isn't an issue for you. It's not really an issue for me so much either as a Pisces. However, I do hear that it is an issue for many Pisces, that they can get lost in the energy of people around them, maybe even take on the energies of other people around them, things like that. Get confused about whose emotions they're feeling, theirs or someone else's. Now, I do have trouble with that sometimes, especially if I'm trying to feel someone else's emotions, and I can get kind of lost in that, Scorpio. I'm aware of that though, and usually when it's happening, I'm aware of it. So anyway, I'm saying all that because I do, one, feel like there might be a Pisces energy. If you know that there is a Pisces energy around you, I definitely direct you to go watch that video. And all I really know is that there was at least Pisces involved in you sort of getting buried, confused. Mercury came into play, and that's why I say there's some weird communication going on here, or miscommunication, I feel, being highlighted. And there's more of that in the last reading I did. I'm trying to do something specific to you, more grounded in your energy. But anyway, what's interesting now that I'm here saying all that is that my original plan was to do a Taurus reading. So in a way, it's almost like Taurus is the sign that actually got buried. And I will do Taurus next. But for some reason, I felt like it was important that I get Scorpio done first, since they highlighted that for me. It's like I felt like Scorpio was asking for a reading from me. And what I have, once again, this part is in the last reading I did. I strongly advise you to watch that because it started with you. That started with you. Technically it started with Taurus, but I didn't really even begin Taurus. It was just a thought in my mind, I'm going to do Taurus next. And then Spirit or Scorpio or somebody stepped in and said, no, Scorpio. And I explained that in the last video. So what I got for you, number one, was the song by Dua Lipa. It's called Levitating. Okay? And the other thing I got today, coming in, because I wanted something new to say, was a snippet of a line from a song. Shit, what's it called? It's called Scars, and it's by Papa Roach. Now, I always forget who that song is by, because Papa Roach isn't particularly a band. I don't know if it's a band or a person. I don't know. I don't particularly love Papa Roach, but I do like that song. So it's like a dissociation for me about that song, because I like that song, but I don't particularly like Papa Roach. And when I heard the line, I was like, who is that? I always forget who this is. And intuitively, I feel like that's important for you. I feel like there might be some sort of miscommunication going on, as I already said. That's pretty clear to me through everything that has brought me to this point. And it could even be from someone you forgot, or someone you don't think much of, but perhaps they're bringing you a meaningful message, or I don't know. I don't want to interpret it too much, but it could be a message where you confused the sender, or you just forgot the sender, right? Of course, I'm getting a text message right now. So anyway, I don't know. I'm going to leave that there for you. I don't really know what it means or what's going on. With the Dua Lipa, that is kind of where I was getting this feeling of Pisces Mercury, of obviously levitating, right? That whole song, to me, I mean, it's about, falling in love, it's about lust, it's about, it's great in theory, but there is something about it that almost seems naive or delusional or idealistic, okay? And this is coming from somebody who is delusional and idealistic. I'm a Pisces. Like, I tend to think that way. I'm very magical thinking, right? Not that I'm not grounded in reality, and very, very aware of, the muck, as I like to call Pisces Mercury, the muck. Which is funny, because in this scenario, it's not the muck, it's the magic. Anyway, there's some confusion going on, it's the whole point of it. And I don't know how to explain that much better to you beyond that, but there is some sort of, I feel, lines crossing, losing of boundaries, losing track of self versus another potentially, or others, plural, I don't know, and sort of blurring the line and getting confused between what is the muck and what is the magic. It's the best I got to explain that. In concrete terms, understandable terms, I would say that you should be careful who you are merging with, who you are melding with, who you are letting yourself go with. Oh yeah, I didn't tell you the line from the song. So the song, the Scars song by Papa Roach, the line was, and it's interesting because this is a line that I don't typically, I sing all the time. I used to sing. I used to be somewhat of a singer. Very, very musical. At one point in time, I thought about being a DJ, because, like a radio disc jockey, because I loved music so much, and I thought that would be like the most killer job, right? Like, that was back in high school, actually. And I actually took a radio broadcasting course while I was in high school at the broadcasting school here locally to Detroit, which is where I live. I don't know why I'm telling you all that, but the point is, I'm a music person, always have, was raised that way. It's my dad is where that comes from. So not a line of the song that normally sticks out to me. I don't even know if I tend to sing this song or not, or this line. I don't know, I'd have to be in my natural element and analyze myself, which doesn't tend to happen very often. The line is, I left my heart open, but you didn't understand. And that hits me in the feels a little bit, Scorpio, because I feel like that's so you in a way, right? I don't know how to explain it beyond that. I should be more comfortable with Scorpio energy because I have known many Scorpios in my life, to be honest. Some of my best friends over the years have been Scorpios. And I mean, I myself sometimes think of myself in Scorpio terms because I'm water dominant and I'm fixed dominant, and that is Scorpio energy. And I'm very at home with Scorpio energy. I have Pluto in my 4th house, right? Yes, 4th house. And then which is your house of home. And then I have Mars in my 8th house, which is sort of home because Scorpio is ruled by Mars and Pluto, right? And Scorpio is the 8th house. Anyway, point is, something about this reading and the messages feels very private. Like, it almost feels like I want to be like, this is none of my business. I don't know if that makes any sense to you or resonates with you, but that's how I've been feeling since I started trying to channel Scorpio and then got bogged down with all these other confusing elements that made me feel like it needed to be a collective message. So I'm still feeling that. Like, it's something almost like there's like a do not enter or tread lightly sort of pushback on me. And I mean, that's fine, I guess, but it's weird and it's a little uncomfortable because it's like, I'm just trying to help Scorpio. Like, I'm just trying to see what Spirit has to guide particular Scorpios who are going to arrive on my channel and watch this. Like, I'm just here to help, man. So you might be defensive at this time of people against people who are trying to help you, or maybe a particular person, I don't know. And on top of that, I feel like whatever's going on with you might be very personal. Sort of like no one's business type situation. I don't know. Or maybe that's just my personal Scorpio placements being turned on, highlighted at this time, since I do have Pluto in my 4th house and Mars in my 8th. And Scorpio is, I have other Scorpio aspects, but they're not occurring to me right now because I'm under too much pressure. Anyway, I don't know. But we're just going to move into the reading. I covered Dua Lipa, right? You can look up those lyrics, and if you don't know that song, maybe they will resonate with you. I did notice, because I already talked about it in the last collective reading that I did notice a lot of words and phrases in that song that I really wasn't aware of after the fact, because I didn't look it up. I was really lazy with it. Like, I got the feeling. It felt like I needed to get the feeling of it. But then I looked up the lyrics of it, and there's stuff in there about moonlight, starlight, levitating in itself is sort of spiritual, and there was something else, and now I can't for the life of me remember it. And You can feel free to look up the rest of that Papa Roach song. I hate even saying Papa Roach. Anyway, you can look that up on your own if you feel guided to. But yeah, I mean, you could be dealing with a situation where you were misunderstood, where maybe you were open to love or open to someone. Doesn't have to be love, but and you were misunderstood or they didn't understand. I think that's pretty common, right, with Scorpio. I know it's funny to me because Scorpio is often categorized as such a like dark, judgment, dark, mischievous energy, or, you know, I don't even, predatory even. And like every Scorpio I've known has been just goofy and like silly and weird, and, you know, like, and once again, I'm a Pisces, so I mean, that to me, that's like, it reminds me of home. That's sort of like Pisces energy, I feel. We're goofy, we're silly, you know, we don't match, we don't like fall in line. We just kind of are out there or whatever. And I mean, I see Scorpios as very similar because the ones that I've known have been like that, just very like silly and funny and, you know. All right, Spirit. Angels, ancestors, guides. Tell me what's going on with Scorpio. Let's get specific messages today for Scorpio, please. What's in the heart of the matter for Scorpio? I've been having trouble with this deck, Scorpio. Okay. See? One thing I know about the world, when I bring attention to something, it changes it, right? Okay, we have Page of Cups and the Eight of Cups coming out together in the heart of the matter, Scorpio, which is similar to the reading I just did, because you had Eight of Cups. Okay, and in this one we have it crossed by the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Well, there you go. That's sort of what I was talking about. Once again, didn't we have Wheel of Fortune? Yes, I had Wheel of Fortune in the foundation in yesterday's reading as well, or whenever I recorded that. It went up yesterday. Recent past, so maybe I didn't have to do a specific reading for you. Maybe that was your reading, Scorpio. You're getting a 2 for whatever, but okay. But either way, I felt like I owed you your own reading, and this is how I wanted to do it. Okay, Wheel of Fortune in the foundation, Eight of Cups and the Page of Cups, crossed by the Nine of Pentacles. In the recent past, we have the Page of Swords with the Two of Cups. And the current energy, ooh, geez. Interesting. Current energy, we have the Empress and the Hanged Man. Ooh, one of my crystals just fell off of one of my decks. Interesting. What's in the near future for Scorpio? What is this with the oh no, we got 3. Okay. And how's the outside energy currently seeing Scorpio? Or outside energy is currently seeing Scorpio. The moon, well, that is very interesting because the moon was the crossing energy in the previous reading. So the outside energy. Oof. High Priestess. Okay, interesting. The Eight of Wands. Okay, so there's somebody maybe you're not talking to, Scorpio. I'm going to move this out of my way. 1 second. Okay, what is the advice in this situation? You could definitely be dealing with a Pisces. We got the Hanged Man, the High Priestess, the Moon. What is... Okay, the Fool. We got 3 cards for this one. The Hermit in reverse. This is so fascinating. And the 9 of Swords. I'm just going to have to address these as we go. And this crystal fell again. Alright, what's the most likely outcome for Scorpio in this situation? Getting all these multiple cards. Geez, see what I mean? 3 court cards coming out together. This is kind of like, interestingly enough, this is, to me, Taurus, Aries, and Libra. You have Libra here too with the Empress and Taurus. Interesting. Okay. Oof. This is a wild ride, Scorpio. Okay. With the Wheel of Fortune, the 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, Page of Cups. Okay. I definitely think that you could be... This is overwhelming. Okay. You could definitely be walking away. This is like the feeling that I kind of got with that Dua Lipa energy. I almost feel like you're walking away from something that just got started. And yeah, 9 of Pentacles, struggling to maintain your own sense of self, like your own independence. So I feel like with the Page of Cups, 8 of Cups, it's giving me this vibe like, just like that song, like something coming in hot and then leaving, or you leaving just as quickly. Okay, let me look at this 8 of Cups. I don't know if I've ever really looked at it. The Page of Cups is definitely okay. I hate to go here, Scorpio, because I don't know your situation or how this is gonna like make you feel. So it makes me want to hesitate. But I almost get this vibe of like a one-night stand. And to be honest with you, yeah, there's those fish. Interesting. And this bear on the 9 of Pentacles is sleeping. It's, oh God. Scorpio, it grosses me out, but this is like what I'm feeling. Let me explain it to you, I guess. I'm seeing this Page of Cups with these animals. I don't know what they are supposed to be. I'm bad at like weird hippo-like animals. I know it's not a hippo, at least I don't think it is. If it is, it's a horrible looking hippo, and it almost looks like a rhino, but it doesn't look like a rhino either. And there's this little bird on the back, okay, and these two have like a symbiotic relationship, whatever they are. I know that much, that it's like a you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours type of relationship that they have. And I mean, in nature, okay, it's beautiful and they help each other survive, and you know, that's great. But then we have the Eight of Cups. And then the crossing energy, this bear sleeping like this with these pentacles and fish on the wall are giving me this vibe of like someone hanging you up on the wall as a trophy. Like, I mean, that's super gross, right? It's repulsive, but that's kind of what this is making me feel. For some of you, this is just embracing your independence, okay? And maybe walking away from a Page of Cups sort of energy, something immature, and there you go. This immature, I feel like this crossing energy could be you in, you know, in your essence of being single and thriving and, you know, lovely and wonderful. But I also feel it could be an outside energy for at least some of you who is, you know, perpetually single and happy to just hang their conquests up on the wall as like a badge of honor, like, you know, notch on your bedpost. Interesting. So yeah, Page of Cups. It can be lovely. It can, if it grows, it's even lovelier, in my opinion. I'm not judging, but it's a new energy. It's an immature energy. It's a childish energy. And I feel like you could be walking away, or it's walking away from you, leaving you single. Take it how it resonates, but I feel like that's what's in the heart of the matter. And certainly, if you're dealing with this situation like this, you're going to want to Wheel of Fortune. Yeah? You're going to want to get the fuck out of Dodge. You're going to want to turn that wheel. Leave that in behind, because this is, you know, that's sort of like a garbage energy. And if it is a situation like I was describing, where you're, you know, getting confused and the lines between you and another person are blurring and you're walking away from that, certainly trying to ground yourself and hold on to your sense of self, your independence, your own, you know, grounding within your environment of yourself, that certainly is turning the wheel too. Like, how do we switch this up? I'm trying to figure out how to explain this, because I mean, certainly I've been here too. It's like, how do I change my environment, alter my environment? Like, why am I attracting this trash, right? Like, why am I, like, what about me makes this punk think he can step to me? Like, are you serious? And I almost feel that sort of energy for some of you. It's just like, whoa, what? Like, did you seriously think that I was going to, like, be fooled or sucked in by this childish, you know, energy for any length of time? So I don't know. That's just what I'm thinking there. And another reason why I'm kind of thinking that this is sort of like a one-night stand fling, possibly a rebound situation, is because in the past we have the Two of Cups with the Page of Swords. I'm sorry, I'm having so many, like, eye problems. When I was editing the last video, I couldn't get over how many times I, like, rubbed my makeup or rubbed my eyes, but I had just gotten, I literally was sleeping before I rolled out of bed and did that reading. Today it's just, I don't know, allergies or something. Anyway, Page of Swords, Two of Cups. This is giving me the feeling of waiting on someone, because to me the Page of Swords can sometimes be a like a delayed message. So a message that you are, like, waiting on to, like, didn't I say that? In the first reading I mentioned it, but similar energy of, like, a missed message. In the last reading, right before this one, the collective reading I did, I was talking about a message either from you or to you never getting received, like some kind of weird divine intervention stepping in, because what happened when I recorded the last reading that I did, the collective, I recorded almost the entire video, and then it stopped recording and deleted itself or something. It completely disappeared from my device. So it was super creepy. It made me feel like that was like a message that I had to relay, and this might be attached to this. It's waiting for a message. And I hate to do this because I know kind of how this goes, but if you were waiting for a message, or if you sent a message and never got a reply, it might not, there might have been some divine intervention in that, where that person might not have gotten your message, or maybe they tried to send you a message and somehow it didn't get through. I witnessed it happen. I recorded a whole video over 30 minutes long, and it just disappeared. So certainly other things can disappear, right? So that's kind of what I'm feeling off of here. Others of you, because I know Scorpios, you could have been spying on somebody, or you could have been, you could have been spying on someone that you thought was like your ideal, or I don't know, I'm trying to tap into like what's going on here. Because I don't feel like a super connection. It definitely feels like spying, like from a distance, like somebody that you don't really know. I don't know. Or just, I mean, not in a weird, bad way, but I just feel like you were like learning about yourself as well in the process. Or I mean, maybe you were actually communicating with somebody, I don't know. But I feel like it was just kind of like something light. Well, obviously with the page. But like there was something deeper to it for you, or maybe that's it. Maybe it was some kind of like conversation, or, you know, relationship developing that was actually more to you than it was embodying. I don't know if that makes any sense. And I feel like when we move to the present moment, I feel like whoever this person was in the past that you were connecting to, or maybe you still are connecting to them, I feel like that experience somehow changed your whole perspective on what it means to be abundant, on what it means to be successful, on what, I don't know, because I'm feeling this like Empress energy as like success, or like the ideal, right? I mean, in many ways the Empress is the ideal. She's the divine feminine, so she's like perfection, right? And with the Hanged Man here, I'm getting the sense that like whatever this was going on in the past, which I feel like there's something, well, yeah, okay, there might have been a missed, I didn't look ahead, so there might have been a missed opportunity, or maybe you felt rejected by this person, or one of you was not super like stable or serious or grounded at the time. Like maybe like, because Knight of Wands is here, which I feel like is, I feel like it's your energy, to be honest with you. I feel like maybe you weren't, there you go, levitating, maybe you weren't grounded or quite fully able to process. Maybe there was too much going on. Maybe you were overwhelmed by outside influences, or your job, or I don't know, family pressures. I have no idea. But maybe there was something overwhelming you that didn't let you see clearly this person. Maybe you had to think about it. Hanged Man, right? Maybe you had to think about it for a while, and then it's like sort of an epiphany on what you want, or even who you want to be. If you are divine feminine, if that's how you identify, it could be changing your perspective on who you want to be, on what it looks like to be, I don't want to say a woman, because you don't have to be a woman to embody divine feminine energy, but what it means to be the Empress, right? And I can't help but look here. This is kind of bothering me. And this did come up in the reading that I did before this one. I don't know, what is this, a fox? The Empress is being represented by the fox, and there's a fox here sleeping. Now, I don't know if that's like, is that a den or a nest? Do they nest underground? I don't know. But from my perspective, as somebody not knowing that right now, it's hitting me as something being buried, which is disturbing me, because I felt that in the previous reading on the Three of Swords. Actually, it was the Five of Swords, but there was a Three of Swords being left behind in the imagery. So I don't know, but catapulting off that reading, I will say, because it was a lot about motherhood and parenthood, making that decision to be a parent, running out of time to be a parent. But this could be, if that resonates with you, please go watch that reading. But this could be about changing your perspective on how you're defined based on being childless or not childless. Something could be giving you a new perspective here on that. Or maybe you could be changing your perspective, right? Like maybe you wanted children, and maybe the Two of Cups is you with your higher self coming into the present and realizing I don't want children, or maybe you didn't, right? Flip it, if that makes sense. Wheel of Fortune is here, so I do feel like we're flipping it. There's a change in your destiny, a change in what you see as your destiny going on here. And it might be deciding to grow up, right? So we're going from the Page of Cups, and we're going from the Nine of Pentacles, which is single, independent, but the Page is like, kind of immature, silly, playful, not serious. And then we got the Hanged Man and the Empress up top in your current energy. So this is like, and like I said, the Page of Swords can be a delayed message. It can be like a hidden message. It can be sort of something you find out by some sort of digging or research or something like this. And with the Two of Cups, to me, that can be your higher self, or that can be you in connection with another person who you feel very bonded to, like who you feel is matching you in some way, on your level in some way, someone, inspiring, who makes you feel good, home, right? So anyway, current energy is just heavy, heavy, heavy. So I do feel like there is something here about you being inspired by something in the past, and possibly something here going on, leaving, I'm gonna cry, Scorpio, leaving this childish life, whether it's with a person, like I said, some one night stand, it doesn't matter, but there's a sense of childishness here. I feel like you're stepping away from that. Nine of Pentacles, that to me it is sort of a like growing up, right? Like I guess this is growing up is coming into my head, Blink 182. And then we step into the Empress, which the Nine of Pentacles is often called pre-Empress. So I definitely feel like that's where we're going. The Wheel of Fortune is propelling us into Empress status, and I think it's all being provoked by some sort of epiphany. Hanged Man can also be a card of being put in an uncomfortable situation. I feel like in the heart of the matter here, I feel like there is some sort of uncomfortable situation that is sort of, I hate to use the word provoking again, but it's the only word I have besides birthing, which is just doesn't seem right to me, but maybe it is. We have the Empress here. I feel like it's just birthing some sort of change in your mindset, in your understanding of the world and of yourself and what you want and what it means to be a grown-up, you know, a successful, sexy, abundant, attractive grown-up, right? So, and then you can bend and twist that whatever it means for you, whether that means parenthood, whether that means deciding you're all, you know, you're fully good and happy and fulfilled without that, or, you know, take it however it resonates for you. But, I mean, that is, like I said, this is similar to the reading I did, the collective. It was sort of that, like, tick-tock, it's time to decide what we're doing in that realm. What does it mean? What does my life look like? Is, you know, is parenthood, motherhood, fatherhood, is that part of it or not? And that's up to you. So, once again, in the future, we have the Knight of Wands, but he's here with the Star and the Four of Cups. So, to me, I feel like this is tied somehow to the recent past. I'm going to clarify it because I want to understand this. I feel like the Four of Cups, like I said, I feel like it's something like that you missed out on, and it's like with the Star and the Four of Cups, the Moon and the World. I mean, okay. The Moon is just all over this reading. I don't know. The Moon and the World. Okay. You know what I'm feeling here? I'm feeling like, okay. I'm feeling like the Four of Cups, I didn't even look at it. Interesting. I'm feeling like the Four of Cups is one, maybe not for all of you, but for some of you, like not, okay, you made this decision, you're making this decision, whatever, in the present, right? Things are changing. But then the Four of Cups is like, okay, well, what now, right? The world, the moon. I feel like this is an uncertainty about where you belong. I said this in the last reading as well. So the Four of Cups is like, well, shit. And this can go hand in hand with fertility. Well, shit, did I miss my opportunity? Where do I go from here? I've made this decision now, right? I'm ready to be the Empress, and I've decided this, that, and the other, whatever it is. So I have this greater understanding now, but somehow it's like different than what you had planned before, right? Because something drastically has changed. So there's a certain amount of like disappointment, dissatisfaction, uncertainty. The world, the moon, is like, well, where do I go now? Where's the path now? Because it's dark, right? Like maybe you had this plan before, and it's like, now things have changed. Something has changed you, and now you don't know where you're going. Okay? But we have the Knight of Wands and the Star coming in. The Star to me is a number of things, but one thing that it is your guiding light. It is your North Star. It's the compass within you telling you where to go, telling you where you belong. And I feel like for some of you, this is an adventure. I don't even think this is a person. I think this is you deciding to go on an adventure because you're called to, perhaps out of an uncertainty of where you need to go. So it's like, how do I explain this? Maybe it's just me, but it's like sometimes you just feel so discontent and uncertain about what the hell you're doing with your life that you just want to like take off and go somewhere random, right? Like tomorrow I'm getting up and I'm just getting in the car and I'm going somewhere. And that's kind of giving me this energy like you're just feeling called to go. And I feel like in that experience, you're going to get that guiding light. Maybe you'll meet someone. I don't know. I'm looking ahead again. Okay, so anyway, for others of you, I feel like this is a person coming in like a bat out of hell to call your attention. And I do think that it could be a reconciliation. I have the Three of Cups down here. This guy's kind of reminding me of the Hangman and an Ace of Cups up here. So once again, this could be a Pisces. I'm feeling Pisces all over you, Scorpio. And plus you have the High Priestess, and I mean, this is just crazy to me. So this could definitely, or somebody who just embodies Pisces energy, which is going to be similar to your energy, right? Very mysterious, very intuitive, very in touch, very, deep and whatever. I feel like this is someone like you, Two of Cups. I feel like it's someone very much who you see eye to eye with, who you vibe with. There's something there, Scorpio. There's something there, and this Pisces knows it. They do. So either you're racing like a bat out of hell, maybe you're racing toward them. If it is a missed opportunity, you could be going toward them, or they could be coming toward you. For others of you, I feel like this is just like a desire to go, to just, grab onto that Mars energy and just go, Pluto, into the unknown. Because fuck it, right? Because fuck it, Nine of Pentacles, because I'm here, I'm independent, I got everything I need, I don't have, any strings attached, I don't have a care, I'm just gonna go, because there's like an opportunity, I feel like, for that. Ten of Swords is behind that Ace of Cups. So I definitely feel like for some of you, the Star, wish fulfillment. Definitely feel like for some of you, you're going from being single and independent and on your own, Ten of Swords, to the Ace of Cups, new love, I'm seeing it here as well, to the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. Yep. Two of Swords, Two of Cups. You're choosing the Two of Cups. And it's going to transform your life. I don't know, I lost track. It's a big transformation. So yeah, for some of you, the Empress could be that person. Maybe you're changing your perspective on a person, realizing that that was somebody that really was it for you. And maybe you're scrambling back for it. Clear? Okay. Yeah. Okay, I gotta say, I clarified the moon, which is how you're being seen. Okay. Once again, this came out in the last reading. I feel like you and somebody else are mirroring each other, Scorpio, because I have you here being seen by someone else. You're being seen as the Moon and the Ten of Swords. And in this Ten of Swords, this bird here, this crow, has like a pocket watch around his beak. And it's, you know, it's making him silent, right? It's like silencing him. So I feel like there's been some time that has passed where you have been silent, and this other person I feel has been silent too, because the other person's showing up as the High Priestess and the Eight of Wands. Tell me more about this person. So, I mean, this person might be thinking that it's over. The moon can represent your emotions, and they might feel disconnected from you. Like if this is somebody who previously could feel your energy and felt like you were in, you know, tune with each other, they could feel like you've cut them off energetically and that you're just viewing your emotions for them as trash. Because I do see this, whatever this is, coyote, I don't know, just dumping the water out, right? And it's coming from the garbage. So that kind of feels icky. So they might just feel like it's done. You haven't spoken to them, so you're over it, and you took out your feelings for them with the trash because there's no communication. Like I said, it might have been a lost communication here. Clarify this person with the High Priestess. Judgment. Okay. What's the Eight of Wands? What's the Eight of Wands? The Lovers. Damn it, Scorpio. This is heavy, okay? Like, I don't know who this person is, but they aren't speaking. They want to. Queen of Swords. Seven of Cups. They're probably fantasizing about you, dreaming about you. And they see you as the one, Scorpio. Judgment. I'm going to cry. Judgment and the Lovers. Okay? They might be coming in. Knight of Wands. They might be coming in with the Judgment and the Lovers. But right now, you're not communicating clearly with this person, but nothing's changed for them. The Eight of Wands is in reverse. To me, that means that nothing has changed, and it's clarified by the Lovers. So nothing has changed. They still feel like you're the one. Judgment. I mean, Jesus. But they're seeing you as dead, done, over, like you don't care. Like basically they feel like you threw them out in the trash, Scorpio. Give me one more for this moon. Or two. Yeah, King of Swords, Eight of Cups. They think you decided to walk away. I don't know, maybe you did. But they feel very cold energy from you. Like you don't care. And I don't know, maybe you don't. Maybe this other person is someone else. I do have two queens and one king in the outcome. So I don't know what to say about that. But I'll get to it in a minute. So your advice here, whew. Let me see. Your advice here, Scorpio, is one, to go for it. Whatever it is, go for it. Don't be afraid. You're protected. Someone's protecting you here. See? I don't know if you can see. It's white on light. There's a baby sleeping, and there's like this polar bear here protecting it with these swords up top. So you're protected. You're divinely protected. Hermit in reverse. I mean, don't get stuck in the cobwebs. Don't get lost in the dark to the point where you're afraid. Hermit in reverse to me can often mean coming out of a time of miscommunication, interesting, of no communication. Nine of Swords, this is making me feel, I gotta say this before I lose it, this is making me feel like telling you that whatever you're scared of is just as scared of you as you are of it. You are on even playing ground. I don't know if that's right, the way I said that, but Two of Cups. You and this person, I feel, see eye to eye. You're mirroring each other for sure. And so if this is somebody that you thought was the one, or you still feel is the one, but you think that they threw you out in the trash and they don't care about you and they left you behind, they're feeling exactly the same way. And they're just as scared as you are. So that's, I have to tell you that. So that is your advice. Your advice is Knight of Swords, or Knight of Wands. The Fool. It's just to go for it. It's not to be afraid. Just go toward whatever it is, wherever you feel called. Start the new adventure. I don't know, see something that you've never seen before. And don't be afraid. Just because something looks scary or feels scary doesn't mean that it is. And your outcome here, all right, real simple. Your outcome here could be Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, King of Pentacles. To me, seeing very clearly what it is that you want, going for what you want, and committing to it. That's exactly what my first thoughts on this are. I can't help but notice that on the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands both, there are two birds with the cow and the lioness here. On this one, there's a butterfly and some fireflies, which remind me of you, Scorpio, butterflies. And on this one, there's fireflies as well. Anyway, but on the Queen of Swords, it's just an owl with a sword. So I do feel, once again, there needs to be some sort of communication here. There needs to be some clarity, I feel, with another person. So they have so many people coming out. I mean, we have all the elements here at this point. Can I get one more card for this outcome? That's not a court card. It's the outcome for Scorpio. Most likely outcome for Scorpio, please. I don't want a court card. King of Wands, King of Pentacles. See, it's the same though. Shit, Scorpio. Shit. I told you. Queen of Swords is at the bottom. You've got to be shitting me. Yeah, Queen of Swords, Seven of Cups, Five of Swords, Empress. Scorpio, I absolutely think this is a love reading, and this is about cutting through Queen of Swords, Seven of Cups, cutting through some type of confusion here. Five of Swords, taking a risk, getting real cutthroat, you know, not giving a shit, being scared of whether you're going to win or lose. and going toward your abundance, okay? I don't know if I like held that way up here or what. Empress again. Again, Scorpio. And with here, we have counterparts. I have the King of Pentacles. Oh no, I have double King of Pentacles. Oh, okay. King of Pentacles twice with the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. I mean, clearly this is a person. It's a person that you're very attracted to. I feel like it's a person that you feel is your counterpart. And I think you want to make it permanent. I do. And I think that the problem is a communication issue here. I don't know what happened in the past, but it needs to be addressed. So if they're not going to do it, I feel like you need to do it. You just need 5 of Swords to meet. I wish I knew the quote offhand. Okay, if it's not a relationship, it's just balancing out your own feminine and masculine energies, seeing very clearly your path where you're going and sticking to it. King of Pentacles to me is about like creating something permanent, similar to the 10 of Pentacles, but it's like, you know, it's an action, it's a mastery over your environment, over your material world, over yourself, over your body. Okay, so that's for those of you who this isn't a relationship, but I'm feeling a strong relationship vibe. And I feel like it's going from, which is interesting because I think the Pisces reading was very similar to this. If you're dealing with a Pisces, watch that one. Watch all of them. No. If you're dealing with a Pisces, watch the Pisces reading because I feel like the Pisces reading was just like this. Like I told them, I was like, I feel like you're going into this like grown-ass energy, Pisces, and you're like, you know, you're like bossing up into this like grown-up life for yourself. And that feels similar to this. Okay. What was I saying? The 5 of Swords. Okay. I wish I could remember what movie this was from or what the quote exactly was. I don't remember. I feel like there's a couple movies that have similar quotes to this, both of which I've seen and don't remember what they are, but it's a quote about courage. It's like 5 seconds of courage, I believe it is. And when I see the 5 of Swords, sometimes I feel that. The energy of that quote, which I don't recall exactly, but it's something about sometimes you just got to have that 5 seconds of courage, you know, just like stupid, out of your mind, out of your head courage. And I feel like that's what you need to do here. If this is a situation where you feel like you're afraid of looking stupid, you're afraid of starting new, you're afraid of breaking the silence here. The good news is if there's somebody that you are in silence with and you don't want to talk to them, well, they think you threw them out in the trash. So I don't think you have to worry too much. They might come around because they still see you as the one. Anyway, Scorpio, I'm going to get out of here. If this is a love situation where there's been a miscommunication, if this is somebody that you think is the one that you have been not speaking to, if this is some twin flame BS, then watch my collective reading because that had more twin flame BS. I mean, if you think this is the one, Scorpio, you just need to go for it. You need to have that 5 seconds of just blind faith and willingness to be an idiot. And I think it's going to be really successful for you if you just can have the courage to do that. Okay, Scorpio, I'll see you next time.